Hey, so there's been a lot of debate in the Deltarune community recently on Kris's gender. I've been aware of this, and a lot of the points other people have made have kind of pissed me off a tiny bit from the inside of my head, so I didn't say anything. I'm non-binary, and I just wanted to pitch in on this argument a little bit, because I've been a bit triggered by some other people's points recently. I wanted specifically to talk about a lot of the evidence and my personal thoughts on the matter, so let's dive in. First off, I know I have a shitty mic, and this is my first commentary style video I've done with like my voice and stuff, so apologies for that, it might sound pretty bad. For any of you who may not have played Deltarune in a while or just forgot, Kris is the main character of the game and seems to be separate from the player in some pretty significant ways. It seems pretty obvious by now that the player is a separate entity than Kris. They literally rip us out on certain occasions and we can't control them. I don't know where Toby is going with this, but it does seem pretty compelling. Sorry, got a little off track there. Anyway, Kris is referred to by everyone who speaks about them with they-them pronouns. This doesn't necessarily mean they are non-binary, but if they are male or female identifying, I think their parents and friends would refer to them as such. They could be male or female identifying while using they-them pronouns, but I don't think that would make much sense if that's the character Toby is trying to convey. If he does intend for them to be a boy or a girl, he would probably give them pronouns that work with that. I'm a little sick of people using they-them pronouns in games as ambiguous all the time, because it just makes me a bit mad. If a character is referred to by male pronouns, everybody assumes it's a boy. I just don't think it's fair to make a game literally tell you what the gender of the main character is instead of just referring to them with certain pronouns and you going from there. If Kris wants their family and friends to refer to them with they-them pronouns, my guess is they aren't strictly male or female. And probably the most important thing is that Toby actively corrects others using different pronouns for Kris, as seen in the anniversary livestream.
Do you think we can get Kris a sip?
Yeah, producers,
sure.
can we get Kris a
They
sip?
probably are thirsty.
It's been a long stream. They're very
Please.
thirsty, and I don't think that sync works.
There we go.
Great.
Oh, good.
Chris, can you? Oh no, it's just out of reach.
Out
Chris,
of reach.
Chris,
Chris is looking pretty
So
parched.
cruel.
Chris, please hang in there. Oh no.
Kris is in hell.
We just got to get out of this dialogue.
It's closer, but Chris, can you reach it?
He's stuck. He's stuck in a.
He's stuck in a cutscene. You can't do it.
Kris cannot reach
You
it.
can't do it.
They're stuck.
I rarely see non-binary characters in a game, and seeing a character who differs from strictly male and female pronouns is so satisfying for me. People don't have to see Kris as non-binary because they're not confirmed to be, but they don't seem to use he, him, or she, her, as we just saw. Toby only refers to them with they-them pronouns. I don't think people who don't use they-them pronouns are bigots, but I don't like it either. There's so little non-binary representation as I've mentioned before, and seeing the main character from my favorite game use they-them pronouns and no others is pretty gratifying. I just want people to stop arguing about it and, see that they seem to canonically use they-them pronouns. I don't mind if fanon interpretations use other ones, but just don't, put it onto the canon, you know? Anyway, these are my thoughts. Sorry I was a bit, not very good at this. This is my first time, ever making a video like this, but, tell me if you enjoyed this kind of video. Alright,